In the year 2014, a new squad of operatives was chosen by the College of Illusion. These fools promptly went on to frustrate their DM at every opportunity. Today, still working together, because really, who else would work with them? They survive as adventurers of fortune. If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find them, maybe you can hire the Second Breakfast Club.
Tony Kinney as Eddie Falzone.
Jess Owen as Adira Glow.
Michael Cole as Uorag.
Jesse Wicks as Bill Quiverlance.
Nico Rodriguez as your DM.
Welcome back to the continuing tales of A Fool's Quest.
When last we left our heroes, they made their way to the House of Embers, where they found Thorkillin and talked to a few of the different staff that were around to find out about the name tags that they received as their guest name tag. They figured out how to gain access to the Master's Suite, and they were able to get Master Servant badges, which they put on. This was done by filling out a open-ended contract with the Servant's Book in the main foyer. And then they went upstairs, delivered the food, broke the vial for Thorkillin to break the magic curse, or the magic blood magic around his room, and pissed off the master, who hulked out on them with an electrical rod, and they went to town beating each other up until they defeated him in a weird whirlwind of tragic
weird
rules.
slapstick
Yeah.
slap fight.
And
Series of unfortunate dice rolls.
And we didn't even have the slap chop.
the team is in a big room. It's a laboratory, really, with a giant domed roof, a large metal node in the middle, and tables kind of in different spots. There's one table specifically on one side of the room that has some vials on it. These, they learned, were the non-fulfilled magic.
Yeah, they were works in progress.
Works in progress. And then there is a wall of blood, vials with blood in them that are the completed projects for the prisoners that are down below. There are names on them, but they do not know which ones are which, with the exception of Thorkillin, who they broke.
So, down to Thorkillin?
Down to Thorkillin. I can't dispel it yet. I'm going to have to take an hour or two to
I'm going to...
prepare spells.
As long as we're sitting here while he's preparing that, I'm going to run down to the musician real quick.
Again?
Yeah, just who all in this house has authority to open prisoners' doors?
The prison keepers.
Okay. Can you get promoted from like one servant role to the other if you just... Is that a thing?
Depending on the contract.
Thank you. I'm going to run out and grab the contract book. And run up to Addy. What if we just change to where we're prison caretakers? And open the door.
I'm going to try to write today's date again over the TBD. Just write it real heavy over that.
Does not do anything. Your ink dissolves and TBD is still there.
I hereby resign from my position as Master's servant.
Nothing happens.
Maybe it takes 2 weeks.
I'm going to run back down to the musician. Hey. Hypothetically, if you didn't put an end date in your contract, how would you then add one later?
I think the house would have to decide.
The house itself?
Yes.
Is there somewhere where I can talk to the house?
It can hear you now.
The house is... I'm not down there.
The house can hear me.
Yes.
So
It's your turn to talk to the building.
can it respond?
I don't know.
Dear House, what can I do to get you to end our contracts and our current roles?
There's no response from the house.
I'll be back. I'm gonna run back upstairs.
Bye.
No, see you later. I'll run back upstairs, Daddy. Okay, so it said the house would have to decide, and the house can hear us now. But if the house can hear us, then the house knows it has no master.
So then there's no purpose to having master's servants. It should release us from our contract because there's no one for us to serve.
I don't think it's... You think it's flammable?
It's the House of Embers. I was just... I feel like it's probably not flammable.
Just the book.
So, everybody else had an end date in theirs. This is a...
I may have cursed us, but it'll be fine. There's no master to serve.
Where's
so
Percy when you need him?
I'm just going to prepare some spells. Just give me a minute.
Okay.
Dear House of Embers.
I'm gonna while Eddie's preparing his spells, I'm gonna go dig around in the laboratory and see if I can find anything at all about how these books work, or any informational text about anything to do with the house.
Okay. I am going to say you don't. You don't even have to roll for it because there's just not anything about it. You do find a bunch of like works from Frankenstein that talked about the different magic that he was working on designing and the different weapons and technology that he was coming, and he was going to be revolutionizing the way magic works today in the world by combining it with science.
Okay. But none of it had to do with the actual house or the books themselves, so those seem to be
Correct.
built in. Okay.
So after, what, like a couple hours... I think it's supposed to take an hour.
We need Uorag to turn back to a person so he can talk to the house.
It's your turn.
I tried. It's not talking back.
An hour or so in quiet contemplation of my spell.
All right, so you wait an hour. So that's about 2 hours out of the Uorag timer. So you got about 1 hour left of being a
Gum demon.
Gum demon.
Yep. Big red.
Big red. But you're still going to smell like cinnamon for days.
Big bad red.
Yeah, I'm going to cast Dispel Magic at that door.
All right, so you go down and cast it. Let's see what happens.
That's 12.
That's 12. All right, so the magic dispels.
I'm going to open it.
You open it, and you see a man chilling there, sitting on a bed. He's playing chess by himself. And he's like, oh.
I'm Eddie Falzone. I'm here to rescue you.
Fantastic.
Yeah, we did it. I appreciate your patience.
Okay.
I know you know that we broke your vial already, right?
Yes, show me to the vials. I can break the rest.
Yeah, they're up here. I might have to dispel that door too, because you're not a servant. We might have gotten ourselves in trouble. As we're climbing the stairs, I'm gonna fill him in on the register and our new jobs.
As he's walking, he asks you if Loki is here.
No, he's distracted with the fourth member of our little clique here.
Interesting.
Yeah, she's gonna keep him busy for a while. And then he'll probably want a nap.
Fair enough. All right, so the vials?
Yeah, this way, upstairs here. And we'll take him in, and I'll cast a spell on the master's door, too.
Well, we can open the door, right?
We can.
Yeah.
And go through it, but I don't know if he can go through it.
Can he?
He cannot.
I didn't think
But he can
so.
talk to you through it.
Oh, yeah, we could just grab the vials and bring them out, even. Yeah, okay. So I won't cast a spell on it. So, yeah, there's They're right back there on the back wall. You see them there. There's a few on the table that he said are still works in progress. So those ones are sedated until they're bound.
Okay.
So those aren't bound yet. I imagine the sedation probably works through the blood magic too, though. Yeah, I'm gonna just go gather up the vials and bring them on out
Okay.
to where Thorkillin's at.
All right. So as you bring them out, he starts selecting ones with specific names and putting them on the ground and stomping on them and breaking them. And these are all the first people. He leaves 3 vials left.
All right. Do you recognize the names on these 3 or know anything about them?
I don't. I assume the one that says B is for the floor downstairs. The second floor, though.
Yeah.
What did the other 2 say?
There's names. Richardson and Dominique.
Well, let's get to opening those doors, huh?
Okay. Give me a moment, and give me an hour, and I'll practice, or I'll set up my magic, and then I can help the spell too, just in case you run out of yours.
Yeah.
You don't know anything about the House of Embers or these books, though?
Oh, what do you want to know?
Well, we had to make ourselves servants to get in and out of that room, but we don't know how to end our contract, so it won't let us put in an end date now.
You didn't have an end date to begin with.
We said to be determined.
I see. Well, the House of Embers is something that lives outside of reality. Are you familiar with jinn or genies?
Yeah.
You know how there are rumors that there are lamps that they are held in their homes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, these lamps and these homes dictate rules for their existence. Imagine the House of Embers to be one large genie lamp.
Okay.
You just signed an open-ended contract with a genie lamp.
I don't like that.
How can we get out of it?
I am not sure that you could. I think you would need to
Rub the house.
come up with an agreement, a contract with the house that would supersede the one that you've left for it. So do something that the house would want that is more advantageous for the house than whatever you signed up for. The master's servant, I assume?
What does that?
Yeah, but there's no master anymore, so, our position seems superfluous.
Oh, you could probably leave for right now then, until the house hires another master.
Oh.
Then we'd be brought back against our will, I assume.
Presumably. I mean, if they have a master servant already, then it might not need you. But if the house deems your presence necessary, it will summon you back.
How would I know what the house wants, though?
Well, I don't know.
What's
I've
a
tried
house?
asking it.
Let's think like a house. What does a house do? It shelters people, gives them a home, right? So the more people it could home and the more people it could shelter, the more it's fulfilling its purpose. Yeah? That tracks?
So we just start teleporting people here?
Well, no, we make it so it can shelter more people. There is currently 1 prisoner taking up an entire floor of this house.
That's true? So we build more floors?
That's your takeaway.
Or are we freeing the prisoner on floor 2? Maybe
We're gonna make it so that there are more rooms that can be used by the house.
Okay.
Wink. So, I'm going to grab the register and the pen, or the contract book, rather, and write, for the service of removing for the service of freeing up rooms so that the house might shelter more guests and or prisoners. By removing 1 prisoner, Uorag, Eddie, and Bill shall be released from service, or from their contracts. Yeah. And I'm going to put today's date in the start. Now that's a definite end term, right?
You wouldn't have to put in... So essentially all you're doing is superseding. So if you put in the new contract and you put the start and end date for today,
yeah,
and that contract is better, it'll negate the first one. So you don't have to put the part about fulfilling or releasing from contract.
You're just adding an escape clause.
Okay, so then, Uorag, Bill, and Eddie shall perform the service of removing a prisoner to free up rooms of the house, so that it might shelter more prisoners or guests. I'm
Okay.
going to put today's date for the start and end.
Okay.
Does it seem accepted? Or does it fizzle?
Make a charisma roll.
Okay.
As long as it's 7 or above, it'll accept it.
That's 2 6s on the dice.
Hell yeah. Oh, that's a roll again.
This one's cocked, but that's 1 6. That's 2 6s on the dice.
Oh my! You are the new master of the house.
Roll again.
That's a 6 and a 3.
And so, so that's still a success. What's your charisma?
+1, so 10.
So 10. Okay. So it does dissolve that. It dissolves it and it does not accept that contract. And instead, a new contract appears. And it says, Eddie Falzone shall become the master of the House of Embers. Contract, beginning and end date as determined, and you may go and come as you wish.
What is the end date?
It's for you to decide.
Oh, for me to decide. Okay.
You can come
You're
and
the
go
master of the house.
Gentlemen, as master of the house, I hereby dissolve your contracts. Oh, wait, I'm not the master of the house yet. We have to remove a prisoner.
We just did. Thorkillin.
We haven't removed
Well,
him
no,
from the
it
house.
got-
Thorkillin, I
no.
need you to go outside.
No, it got rid of that contract.
Yeah.
That wasn't a trigger
Oh.
of your contract. You're just the master.
It just made you the master.
Oh,
of the house.
shit.
You rolled 2 critical successes in a row and then a third success. Yeah. The chances of that are stupid low.
Gentlemen, as master of the house, I hereby dissolve your contracts. Thank
What?
you for your service.
You could probably open these doors now, right?
Absolutely, I think
You'd have to
Might.
put in end dates for their in the
Yeah, I'll put today's date then.
Yep.
For the end date.
You can actually edit it now as a master.
Nice.
You can grant wishes now.
You're a warlock djinn?
I'm just going to shout for prisoner caretakers.
Yep, they begin coming upstairs from wherever they were. They will stop at the head of the steps, though, or at the servants' quarters.
Thorkillin.
Kraken.
Yes.
Will you give these caretakers the names of the prisoners whose blood vials we just destroyed? And you caretakers, after Thorkillin gives you those names, I need you to go release those prisoners.
Okay. Will do. And so he begins giving them the names, and he says, once he's given commands for all of them, I should probably go down there and inform them what's going on.
Yeah, we should probably let them know.
Yeah.
Let's all head down.
You, as you walk, feel not a voice in your head, but a feeling, a vibe from the house. And you get the sense that the master's bedroom could be changed into whatever type of room you wanted it to be. It would still require a master's servant's quarters, but that giant laboratory could be changed into whatever you wish.
Slovenly detective's office that's
Yeah.
black and white.
Yep.
Yeah.
Has smoke and music.
There you go. It's always raining on the outside windows.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
The inside one's like frosted glass,
Yeah.
Eddie Falzone, Second
Yep.
Breakfast Club.
And your name, even though it did initially go and the contract was accepted, it disappeared off the registry so that nobody can see who the master of the house is.
Huh.
That's why you didn't see Frankenstein's in there.
Nice. All right, so down we go to the 4th floor and 3rd floor and round up some first people.
Yeah. So you go down, and Thorkillin is rounding them up. He's, as each door is open, he's greeting many of them with hugs and handshakes, and some of them with hesitant nods, but everyone is happy to be freed. And he tells everyone not to leave yet. He would like to introduce you to
I'm like geeking out because these are all people I tell stories about. So.
Yeah, we're the Second Breakfast Club, and we're here to rescue you.
As the master of the house, do you innately know who's on the second floor?
Who do I?
You could ask the house if that thought came to you naturally, but Uorag can't talk to you.
Yeah.
Gurgle, gurgle.
It's like you have a telekinetic bond with the house, but it doesn't speak language.
Gives
It just
impressions.
Gives impressions, yeah.
Felt.
Sorry, it's kind of meta.
Listen, first people.
What the hell is going on?
Abigail the Wanderer is on her way here with Loki. Well, or the other way around. Loki with Abigail the Wanderer. I guess she was the last of you folks that he was trying to round up and lock away here. And you know, when he told us why he had you locked away, we were a little afraid to come rescue you because maybe you're gonna destroy the world, but I choose to believe you won't, and that you did not deserve to be locked in here forever.
Thorkillin says, none of us choose to destroy the world. There is an issue with our bloodlines for those of us who have children. We somehow get locked to the magic breaking in Uorag. I think this all stems from Greyhawk and him being trapped in the in-between when he's trying to get back to this world. Now, the bloodline, it's always 3 of our children, direct descendants, that are called up to go face off against Greyhawk to keep him locked in the in-between. But we don't know which of the children it is, and we don't know why it continues to occur. But it's not us, specifically.
So keeping you locked up wouldn't help anyway.
Well, we couldn't make more babies.
Oh.
And our kids are a little bit more fragile than we are as first people.
But if you don't have kids, then there's nobody to go make sure he stays locked in the in-between, right?
That's logic that we tried to have with Loki, but he thinks that the world would not need to send anyone to fight a Greyhawk if there wasn't anyone to send. If there wasn't a bloodline with the magic tied to him, there would be no need to send anyone.
And he thinks by putting you here, because this place is not entirely in our world, it's gonna make it so that there's not a need to send anyone.
Correct. And keep us from making more kids.
I don't buy it. I'm glad we got you out of there.
Do you know where our weapons are?
No.
You don't?
I'm gonna squeeze my eyes real shut. Nope. Squeeze them shut real squeeze them shut real tight. And put my fingers on my temples and think to the house. Do you know where their weapons are? Also, if there was just a thump, it was my nose hitting the microphone because I really squeezed my eyes shut real tight. Why is that so hard to say?
Tony's a method actor.
I guess so.
You do see a vision of a cellar in the house with an armory, and their items are all there. And it unlocks the door at your thought.
You know what? I do know where your items are. They're in the cellar. There's an armory. The door should be unlocked.
Could we go get them?
Yes, please do. They're yours.
Wonderful.
Please don't hurt us.
Oh, yeah. You saved us. We are indebted to you.
And so I'm going to walk down with them, accompany them and chat with Thorkillin. So you can cast a spell magic. So you're an abjurer?
I am... Yes, I can do all 8 schools.
Are you a warlock?
No.
Me neither.
Okay.
Whoa.
Can you cast all 8 schools?
I don't know. So far I can cast...
Checks notes.
3 at least.
Yeah.
3.
Evocation, abjuration.
4.
4. Illusion.
5. We got 5 so far.
5 so far. Wow. That's abnormal in this era.
Yeah, this guy keeps calling me a warlock. I don't have a patron.
Well, I think you are a patron now.
I am the master
You're a
of the
djinn.
house.
You could become a patron now. You can give some weird tiefling a dagger somewhere.
Good. That'll be you in the mirror next time.
So, there's legends that mages could always cast from all 8 schools, and then magic broke, and that's true?
Of course, yeah.
There was one other thing I wanted to ask you, then. See, I got us over here to the House of Embers. Have you we're on an island in a lake of fire.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
I had to re-prepare my spells, so I don't have that one prepared. Can you help us get off of here?
Yeah.
Cool.
I could help you get off.
That's what she said.
Cool. Appreciate that.
Is there a specific place you'd like to go?
I think we'd like to go back to... Where would we like to go back to? Forsaken City? Where did we
all
leave
our
it?
carriages and stuff in
Yeah.
Pepperville, wasn't it?
Pepperville, that's right. I think we'd like to go to Pepperville eventually here. We want to, hang around, see all you guys off, and get to know you a little, because this is amazing.
Absolutely. I'm checking my reservoir. I've been here for a little over 400 years, and it seems that my place of power is not quite Pepperville. I can get you near enough.
Oh, perfect.
Do you think this house could hold Loki?
No, he answers.
Okay.
Dang.
I was gonna say we could switch the books
Yeah.
and have Loki check himself.
First of all, you'd have to bleed Loki to be able to bind him.
Oh no, I just meant if we switched the
Yeah,
books so that when he checked in to be a visitor, he instead checked in to be a prisoner, and then he did it himself.
Oh, I see.
That was,
No, I don't think so.
If all you need
I
is
figured it would, but that's what-
fluids, we do have a source for that.
Adira's collecting some.
I don't think he can be bound to a place like this.
yeah, I wasn't sure. I figured I'd ask.
Yeah, it's worth a shot.
But even if he does check in the other first person now, you can just come back and let her out.
Yeah, I think, is there any way we could... Do you think all of you who are here would be able to free her from Loki and not get recaptured? Or do you think we should beat it before they get here and then come back and release her?
It was taking Loki everything he had with just Abigail.
With just her, yeah.
It takes him a lot of power to hold us, but once she's held, we can't kill Loki. And I don't think we could force him to free Abigail. I think, honestly, in the grand scheme of things, he probably won't check our prisons. So if we're not here, by the time he gets here, he'll probably still think that we're locked up.
Well, is he going to go talk to the master?
I don't know. But if the
hopefully.
master's not here, that's no big deal.
Oh, yeah, the master's allowed to come and go as he pleases, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. All right. Then I'm the master now. Why did I release you guys from those contracts? There's just one last thing, and don't feel obligated. But well, there's a war going on. All the nations are fighting. Evokers are occupying Abjuration Nation and Enchantment. And the Necromancers even ready to camp there. We could really use some help.
I cannot speak for the rest of the First People, but many of us do not engage in the Wars of Men anymore. It's turned out to end poorly for us, as well as a large number of the population when we get involved.
Yeah, wars will do that.
If it does not include killing, I might be available to help.
Well, we have a Fama Granite Grove that we're trying to protect. it's near the border with the Abjuration Nation, which is currently occupied by those hostile evokers. So maybe if you go there and just help with, protecting that,
Sure.
would be amazing.
I'd be okay with that.
That would be amazing.
I'll see if a couple volunteers would like to help.
And then the other thing, have you ever heard of a Magnus Devlin?
Yes,
You have.
I have.
We got to get him some socks. Or get his socks? We got to get his socks. Is he a first person?
He is not a first person, but
Okay, so his socks aren't a special item then.
yeah. They're not bound to him the way our items are bound to us.
Okay.
Have any of you guys ever met Magnus?
Yes, I have. He's a good friend of mine. Old friend of mine.
Isn't Magnus Devlin supposed to be like in charge in the Evoker Nation or something?
It's like the boogeyman of the Evoker Nation.
Yeah. They think he's a myth.
Well, I'm wondering, is there anybody here? So you said you don't get involved in like the wars of men, but are there any of your people who might be, I don't know, aware of the going-ons of like the heads of the Evoker Nation?
I've been imprisoned for 400 years.
Well, yeah, that's fair. There's a bunch of you. Well, if you know Magnus Devlin, do you know, I mean, you've been away for quite a while, but is there like a normal stomping ground where we might find him?
Oh. Yes? What for?
His socks.
We do need to get his socks. I'd prefer to just ask him for him, but I guess there was some kind of, like a feud or something between him and another guy.
Adira keeps notes.
It was
Shala's Tower.
we were because
Gurgle,
he took socks away from what is his name?
Wasn't Baron? Was it Baron?
Baron Jan Kaichausen, yeah, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
He was the one. He took his socks, and Baron Jan Kaichausen wanted socks from
Yeah. We gotta
Magnus Devlin.
get Baron Jan Kaichausen some socks from Magnus Devlin. Do you know Baron Jan Kaichausen?
I do not.
All right, he's probably not 400 years old. He was pretty old.
I can't tell you exactly where Magnus is. Again, it's been a long time since I've been out in the world. But if he's still alive, and if he's still where I last recall him hiding out, again, I can't tell you the exact location because of debts due, but I will let you know he's north of Patience.
North of Patience.
Yeah, I remember that.
Thank you for the information. You guys are probably hungry. Do they feed you in there?
Yes, we ate.
All right, so we got Hot Pockets if you're hungry.
Oh, I would take a Hot Pocket.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a Hot Pocket.
He uses a little bit of magic and heats it up. Takes
What
a bite.
spell was that?
Oh, Burning Hands.
Oh, can you help me write that in?
Yeah,
That's one I don't have yet.
sure. Make an intelligence roll and see if he...
10.
All right, yeah, so you learn Burning Hands.
You just do it like this. You just light your hand on fire.
Yeah, what you do is you walk out there to the lava, just push them in, wrist deep.
Our heroes will return after these messages.
Hey there, it's Nico again. If you'd like to skip the ads next time, as well as support our show, you should check out our Patreon. All levels get ad-free listening, where you get to skip all the commercials, and then there are a bunch of other features, depending on what tier you go with. Check out the link at www.afoolsquest.com. And now that the commercials are out of the way, it's time to dive back into the foolishness.
So, your place of power is in the Illusion Nation. Was it the Illusion Nation when you were brought here? How old is the Illusion Nation?
The Illusion Nation?
2,714?
Yeah, a little after. About 2,500 years.
Okay.
Magic broke. There was chaos for a couple hundred years. Or like 100 and
Like 30 years, it was just Cajuns and bogs.
Yeah, exactly.
So So yeah, your hideout's in the Illusion Nation then?
My hideout?
Yeah, or not
Yeah,
your
your place
hideout,
of
but your
power.
place of power.
Oh, no. I have several places of power. I can take you near the one near Pepperville, though.
Yeah, that'd be beautiful. So where are you going to go after this? I mean, you're free now, and there's a whole world here. You've been locked up for 400 years.
Yeah, I think I'm going to need to go and... Well, I'm going to go check out
to
that
the
Famogranite
Grove,
Grove, and I'll commit to that. See if we can get a rotation of the first people, because I know several of us are going to want to go out and kind of get our bearings and see what's going on in the world.
Yeah.
Plus, we need to see if there are 3 of our offspring that have been summoned yet.
Yeah, I suppose so.
How would you identify them?
That is an innate process that we have.
Oh, you just like, nah? Okay.
You know? I mean, it's not even very reliable with us. It takes us a while to figure it out. We've got to look for the signs, and then we try to view their magic. Are you familiar with the Crypt of the Spice Lords?
I've seen it on maps.
Well, that's where we're going to be going.
Oh, that sounds scary, a little crypt, you know.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we keep dead bodies there.
Yeah.
Oh, rich
But spice,
people.
I guess this cinnamon guy will fit in.
Oh, yeah. Gurgle, gurgle.
Gurgle, gurgle.
So he's not really a gum demon.
He's
He's a druid.
Oh.
You know.
Gurgle, gurgle.
just
His shape change went a little wonky.
Yeah, a little bit.
Gurgle, gurgle.
Yeah.
Hopefully he snaps back pretty quick here.
Gurgle.
Is there anything?
I don't think I have any other questions for him at the moment.
I'm sure we'll think of them after they're not around.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, we're just...
Could you command the house to release Abigail after Loki leaves?
I'm going to squeeze my eyes shut real tight and put my fingers at my temples and think to the house, please release Abigail the Wanderer after Loki departs.
It sends you back flashes of the caretakers.
Are they still... we're downstairs now.
Yep. They're still going out. They're cleaning out the cells and stuff now.
I'm going to go back up. Hey, you caretakers.
They all rotate and look at you. Again, no faces, no mouths. They're inanimate objects.
Loki's going to arrive with another prisoner that he's going to lock up pretty soon here, most likely. After he leaves, give it 45 minutes and then release that prisoner.
All of them bow. They like fold in half.
Give her food if she wants it. Give her anything she desires that we can. Do not impede her in any way. Oh. Bring me a... No, not you. Carry on. I'm going to go find a servant.
Okay. Like a lower servant.
Yeah. Bring me a paper and a quill.
They do.
Bottle of Jim Beam.
And I'm going to write a note that says, I'm the master of the house. I've commanded the servants to release you. I'll tell you about it if we meet again. I hope you can get away on your own, and then I'm going to leave one of the scrolls of Message the Dean. Also, I'm going to wrap the letter around it, and I give it back to the servant and say, the prison caretakers are going to release a prisoner eventually. When they do, give her these.
The caretaker closest to you bows. And then you see one of the first people arguing with one of the caretakers in the background. The first person closes the door, and the caretaker opens it back up, and they just keep going back and forth. The first person's like, stop that! We need the doors closed. Stop it!
What? Why do you... Oh, yeah. Caretakers.
They all stop and look at you.
Act like the cells that we just released all these prisoners from still have prisoners in them.
Oh. And they all go back to the doors and start closing them then.
Thank you, first person. I neglected to think about that.
Yeah. She's like,
I don't let these caretakers just keep cleaning rooms out. Loki just showed up and they're like, where the fuck's my prisoners?
Empty room.
So with us releasing them, It's not gonna break. Why was he concerned? I guess I'll turn back. Why was Loki concerned with you guys breaking magic more, or breaking the world more? So like your bloodlines are already breaking magic. What's the concern that's going to happen moving forward?
It's a cycle, right? So the more children we have, the more this happens, and we go into new eras. So if he could control the narrative, control the wild magic, and leave it so that the 8 schools stay 8 schools, keep it status quo, then the world won't break again. The problem is if the world breaks again, so before this era, it wasn't 8 schools of magic. Everybody had access to magic.
Right.
But every time the world breaks, the magic breaks, and you fray, it comes out different.
But so like, he was stopping us from potentially putting magic back together to where everybody would have 8 schools again?
I don't know if that's his end goal or if he's just trying to stop the era from ending.
Well, I don't think I have any more questions. I think we can head back to your place of power near Pepperville.
Okay. And you'll show me where this grove is.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. As soon as we get near a map, I can show you right where it's at. Or I could even just describe it to you if you want. It's in the mountains.
It's actually really close to the Crypt of the Spice Lords, where you'll end out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I do have one last question. Do you happen to know of an egg that hatches into other eggs?
Yes, I do.
What?
Can we have it?
What's it going to turn into? Is it just more eggs the whole way down? Should we be... We have one. It appeared in a wild magic event, and we've been caring for it, but we're a little concerned.
Yeah, because it hatched once, but it's still an egg.
Just...
Well...
I'm ruining this. Spoilers.
The gum demon looks very intrigued.
How many layers of egg have broken so far?
Gurgle.
One since it's been with us.
The one that we know of.
How big is it? Give measurements with your hands.
Yeah.
Okay, so probably just one layer then. There will be 5 layers that need to break. So the 5th layer will show you what is inside.
Oh.
It's not something to be concerned with, though?
No, not anything to be concerned with, but something to take great care of.
That we will. I bet it's a unicorn egg.
A unicorn hydra?
Unicorn egg.
Oh.
Unicorn hydra egg? You think it's a unicorn hydra egg? That's why there's 5 eggs, because it's going to have 5 heads.
5 horns.
It's the only thing that makes sense.
I will let you try to make a charisma roll to have him tell you what it is, but I will tell you if you fail, he will get annoyed with you, and he will fulfill what he said.
I don't...
Okay.
I don't want to. I'm excited now.
Yeah, no, my big thing was just making sure that it wasn't going to hatch into, like, a bomb.
Okay.
Or whatever.
Yeah. I just wanted to toss it out there. It is a role-playing game. I will let you roll for it. I just also wanted to set the expectations. Bad things can happen.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I think we're. You know what? I'm just going to look through the armory real quick just to make sure, but I think we're about ready.
I did think of another question. Do you know of a demon called Him?
No, I don't think I do. Do you know what realm? Which one of the 9 hells?
I don't. He was underneath the prison in Alka-Seltz where they keep warlocks, and he had a bunch of chemical X they sprayed on us, and now my eyes are lasers.
I've never even heard of Chemical X. Is this a new...
Maybe. It's new to us.
Interesting.
Seems to mutate. Uorag there.
Into a gum demon?
Well, no, that was him.
Oh.
But he grew a giant skin tag and floated around for a while till we got that taken care of.
And our other friend's legs turned backwards into, like, cricket.
And she forgot how to be on fire.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that was unrelated. Well, that was related to the treatment. It was like a side effect.
He turns back to the first people and is like, would anyone like to hunt a demon named Him? And one of the women will raise her hand. I'll check it out.
There's warlocks in there. And also the prison's like staffed by abjurers, so just be careful.
Okay.
The
prison's
first
not
people.
staffed by abjurers.
Bruh, read the room.
It has to be staffed by non-magical people.
Oh, it's staffed by non-magical abjuration nation citizens.
Yeah.
I don't mean to sound cocky, but we're kind of demigods, so.
Yeah, that's true. You probably couldn't have found better someone to handle that situation at that prison.
What nation did you say?
Abjuration. It's in the middle of the lake with the... What's the name of that lake?
The prison Alka-Seltz. It's in the middle.
Alka-Seltz is the prison.
Sure. Him, Alka-Seltz prison, Abjuration Nation.
Yeah. So if you go all the way down to the bottom floor where they keep the warlocks,
Basement under the kitchen.
there's a basement under the kitchen, and him is down there.
She lifts her trident that she had pulled out of the armory, and she's like, all right, well, I will let Thorkillin know when it's handled. She opens up her palm to her hand, a portal opens up in front of her, and she steps through into the Abjuration Nation, into her own place of power.
Nice.
Goodbye, Trident Lady.
All right, so looking around the armory, have the
Goodbye,
first people all
him.
claimed their items?
Huh?
The first people have all claimed their items from the
Yep.
armory?
Yep.
Is there anything left?
There's some stuff that is left on there, yeah.
Gurgle, gurgle.
There's a gauntlet that's there, or a pair of gauntlets that is there. There is an axe that is there. Yeah. And then there's a crossbow. Oh. There's one other thing. I forgot. B. There are two ship type style chains with spiked balls at the end of them that can link together, but I'm talking like these links are probably 8 inches.
The great big anchor chains.
Giant, yeah, exactly. Great big anchor chains.
Drag those.
Have I ever heard any legends of anybody who uses weapons like those?
Make a roll.
10?
10. Yeah, so nobody by the name of B that comes to mind, but there are a couple of minor elder gods that have been known to use chains like that.
Yep. I'm gonna mention that. Just be like, Eddie, do you have an elder god kept prisoner?
Just squeeze my eyes shut real tight. Put my fingers on my temples. I know this isn't necessary. But I'm going to do it every time because I want people to know that I'm doing something.
The house gives you the sensation it doesn't quite understand what the request for an elder god is, but it does tell you that floor 2 is restricted to all staff. So the staff are restricted from going to floor 2 because of losing their minds. Madness.
Oh. Well, the floor 2 issue is madness. The staff go mad if they go to it, and that's why the sign is up and no one's allowed there. So
yes?
Yeah, seems like.
Okay. Probably just keep that in there then, huh?
Yeah, I think so. And let's not touch those.
Yeah.
Other god stuff's bad news.
Mm-hmm.
But these gauntlets look neat. And Adira might like a souvenir.
Well, who are the other prisoners? There's 2 other guys, right? Are they just dudes?
I'm gonna squeeze my eyes shut. Do I get an impression of who the other prisoners that we left in there are?
Yes, you come back. One gives you kind of the image of a dragon.
Oh, what color?
Red.
Okay.
Yeah.
For the listeners at home, Mike is visibly perking up at the idea. He heard red dragon. Ooh.
Well, there's a red dragon in one of them.
I could have swore you were going to say blue.
I was wondering if it was going to be blue or black. We're going red.
Yeah.
So we should probably stay away from that one too. I don't think we want to try to deal with a dragon who's been locked up for who knows how long.
And the other one is a tabaxi.
The other one's a tabaxi, and I don't know. I've met a couple of those. One of them was pretty good at answering questions.
He came out of a wall somewhere, right?
I'm going to go to that door.
Okay.
And I'm going to knock on it.
Okay.
Is her name tag?
Hello.
Hi. Yeah, is there a name tag on the door?
Uh-huh.
What's it say?
Hobbs.
Oh my God!
Would you like to be freed?
Sure. I would like to go outside.
All right. Is there still a caretaker hanging around? Hey, you. Let this one out.
One of the caretakers opens the door. Hobbs is like, it appears there's some kind of magic keeping me in here still.
Ooh, yeah, I gotta find your vial. I'm gonna do that. Do you remember me?
Do I remember you?
I had a dream about you, but it wasn't a dream. You told me so, and that was one of the questions.
Oh, those happen a lot during the cat naps.
Ah. Do you ever get summoned by mirrors?
Occasionally.
Gum demon here, too. Big Red. I chanted 3 times, and... Listen, I'm gonna go break that vial that's keeping you in there. I'll be right back.
You're a gum demon.
Gurgle, gurgle.
And he just starts barraging you with questions about being a gum demon. Just immediately.
Yep, just everyone's a gurgle, gurgle, gurgle. No, gurgle.
Interesting.
Fascinated as hell.
As you're going downstairs, he looks over to Bill. Was there a crossbow in the armory?
There was?
Oh, wonderful. They didn't keep it. Is it still there?
Who's they? Yeah.
Great. And so he touches the gum demon, touches Uorag on the gummy shoulder. Walk with me. I need to get my weapon.
Oh, I haven't broke the thing yet. I was gonna bring it down and set it on the edge of the table in his room so he could knock it off.
Ah, I see. Okay. All right. So yeah. All right. So I'll wait for you to come back.
Yeah, that's what I do. I bring it in the room, set it on the edge of the table, and you could do the honors.
All right. And so he touches it like 2-3 times, just sliding it a little bit at first, and then poof, right over the edge.
Perfect.
Shatters.
Perfect. Back.
That feels so much better.
Yeah, I've met Tabaxi before. I know. Huh? You guys like to do things.
All right. Armory?
Yeah, it's right down here.
Gurgle, gurgle.
Lead the way to the cellar again.
So he heads on down to the cellar, his tail twitching as he goes down each step, grabs his crossbow, turns around, says, how are you guys getting out of here?
Oh, we met this guy Thorkillin, and he's going to teleport us to his place of power in the Illusion Nation.
Okay.
Thorkillin, do you think you could bring Hobbs here too?
I don't see why not. Absolutely.
Excellent. Then let's do it.
All right. Well, I've got some more questions about you, says to Uorag. And
Gurgle,
starts
gurgle.
walking next to him.
Gurgle, gurgle.
So what do you eat? How do you poop?
Well, he's not really a gum demon. He's a druid. It just
You're a gum demon druid.
he's stuck in that.
Is that why you have sticks and leaves in your lower half?
Oh, gurgle, gurgle, gurgle.
Yeah, it'd be one with nature.
Eventually he'll shapeshift back into a
eventually.
person and hide his true gum demon form.
Yeah, you got about 20 minutes left. Actually, by the time the portal gets done, all the first people leave. The doors are all closed. Everything is set. Bill makes 3 more visits to the musician for whatever fucking reason. You guys fire up the portal. Thorkillin
Kindred
walks you
spirits.
through into the crypt of the Spice Lords. You guys all appear there, and just as you walk through, Uorag pops back into his normal Uorag self.
But first he blows up into a giant gum bubble first, and then when it pops, it's just Uorag.
Yeah.
And here's probably a good place to call it.
All right.
Yay!
Wow.
This concludes this episode of A Fool's Quest. Join us next time for more fun and daring adventure. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to like, subscribe, review, and comment on your favorite platform to listen to A Fool's Quest.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, so Alex
Lost my pencil.
Furrington, do you need a pencil?
First we fire the missiles. Then we'll take a nap.
My eye.
Wilhelm scream.
Are those the ones?
Was it twins?
They had the really famous gum commercials. Did the Dirty Mouth?
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, the 5
Orbit?
The
Yeah.
5 or
Alpha,
orbit.
Orbit, yeah. I was thinking that. Bum bum ba dun 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 dun. What the fuck is that?
Mentos.
Yeah,
The
Mentos.
fresh maker.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Maybe I'll split in two and be the double mint twins.
Fresh goes better.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Well, that was sentences.
Old friend.
Jeez.
Bro.
Don't let him eat those. It wasn't Tony this time. It was Fudge.
But it was Tony's dice.
It was Tony's dice.
I forgot I was on the wrong microphone a minute ago. Or wrong side of the microphone a minute ago.
That's fair.
Do you want to say that line again? He's like the boogeyman of the Evoker Nation, and I'll cut it in.
He's like the boogeyman of the... Nope. He's like the boogeyman of the Evoker Nation.
The Baba Yaga. Yeah.
Forgot what the next word was. It's like the boogeyman of the...
He's the fucking boogeyman, all right?